Yovheliym, Jubilees, chapter 28. And he went on his journey, and came to the land of the east, to Laban, the brother of Rivkah, and he was with him, and served him for Rachel his daughter 1 week. And in the first year of the 3rd week he said unto him, Give me my woman, for whom I have served you 7 years. And Laban said unto Yaakov, I will give you your woman. And Laban made a feast, and took Leah his elder daughter, and gave her to Yaakov as a woman, and gave her Zilpah his handmaid for a handmaid. And Yaakov did not know, for he thought that she was Rachel. And he went in unto her, and behold, she was Leah. And Yaakov was angry with Laban, and said unto him, Why have you dealt thus with me? Did not I serve you for Rachel and not for Leah? Why have you wronged me? Take your daughter, and I will go, for you have done evil to me. For Yaakov loved Rachel more than Leah, for Leah's eyes were weak, but her form was very handsome. But Rachel had beautiful eyes, and a beautiful and very handsome form. And Laban said to Yaakov, It is not so done in our country, to give the younger before the elder. And it is not right to do this, for thus it is ordained and written in the heavenly tablets, that no one should give his younger daughter before the elder. But the elder, one gives first, and after her the younger, and the man who does so, they set down guilt against him in heaven, and none is righteous that does this thing, for this deed is evil before Yahweh. And command you the children of Yasharel, that they do not this thing. Let them neither take nor give the younger before they have given the elder, for it is very wicked. And Laban said to Yaakov, Let the 7 days of the feast of this one pass by, and I shall give you Rachel, that you may serve me another 7 years, that you may pasture my sheep, as you did in the former week. And on the day when the 7 days of the feast of Leah had passed, Laban gave Rachel to Yaakov, that he might serve him another 7 years, and he gave to Rachel Bilhah, the sister of Zilpah, as a handmaid. And he served yet other 7 years for Rachel, for Leah had been given to him for nothing. And Yahweh opened the womb of Leah, and she conceived and bore Yaakov a son, and he called his name Reuven, on the 14th day of the 9th month, in the 1st year of the 3rd week. But the womb of Rachel was closed, for Yahweh saw that Leah was hated, and Rachel loved. And again Yaakov went in unto Leah, and she conceived, and bore Yaakov a 2nd son, and he called his name Shimon, on the 21st of the 10th month, and in the 3rd year of this week. And again Yaakov went in unto Leah, and she conceived, and bore him a 3rd son, and he called his name Levi, in the new moon of the 1st month, in the 6th year of this week. And again Yaakov went in unto her, and she conceived, and bore him a 4th son, and he called his name Yahudah, on the 15th of the 3rd month, in the 1st year of the 4th week. And on account of all this, Rachel envied Leah, for she did not bear, and she said to Yaakov, Give me children. And Yaakov said, Have I withheld from you the fruits of your womb? Have I forsaken you? And when Rachel saw that Leah had borne 4 sons to Yaakov, Reuven and Shimon and Levi and Yahudah, she said unto him, Go in unto Bilhah my handmaid, and she will conceive, and bear a son unto me. And she gave him Bilhah her handmaid to be his woman. And he went in unto her, and she conceived, and bore him a son, and he called his name Dan, on the 9th of the 6th month, in the 6th year of the 3rd week. And Yaakov went in again unto Bilhah a 2nd time, and she conceived, and bore Yaakov another son, and Rachel called his name Naphtali, on the 5th of the 7th month, in the 2nd year of the 4th week. And when Leah saw that she had become sterile and did not bear, she envied Rachel, and she also gave her handmaid Zilpah to Yaakov to be his woman, and she conceived, and bore a son. And Leah called his name Gad, on the 12th of the 8th month, in the 3rd year of the 4th week. And he went in again unto her, and she conceived, and bore him a 2nd son. And Leah called his name Asher, on the 2nd of the 11th month, in the 5th year of the 4th week. And Yaakov went in unto Leah, and she conceived, and bore a son, and she called his name Yishakar, on the 4th of the 5th month, in the 4th year of the 4th week, and she gave him to a nurse. And Yaakov went in again unto her, and she conceived, and bore 2 children, a son and a daughter, and she called the name of the son Zebulun, and the name of the daughter Dinah, in the 7th of the 7th month, in the 6th year of the 4th week. And Yahweh was gracious to Rachel, and opened her womb, and she conceived, and bore a son, and she called his name Yoseph, on the new moon of the 4th month, in the 6th year in this 4th week. And in the days when Yoseph was born, Yaakov said to Laban, Give me my women and sons, and let me go to my father Yitzchak, and let me make me a house, for I have completed the years in which I have served you for your 2 daughters, and I will go to the house of my father. And Laban said to Yaakov, Tarry with me for your wages, and pasture my flock for me again, and take your wages. And they agreed with one another, that he should give him as his wages those of the lambs and kids which were born black and spotted and white. These were to be his wages. And all the sheep brought forth spotted and speckled and black, variously marked. And they brought forth again lambs like themselves, and all that were spotted were Yaakov's, and those which were not were Laban's. And Yaakov's possessions multiplied exceedingly, and he possessed oxen and sheep and asses and camels and menservants and maidservants. And Laban and his sons envied Yaakov, And Laban took back his sheep from him, and he observed him with evil intent.